Hi, and welcome to episode 25 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy. We're here again. It's April 13th, and we're hanging out on the floor of my neighbor room. So, how's your week been? Good? Pretty good, kind of, sort of, maybe? Yeah? It's been going okay here. It's been a long week. Husband went and did a mission trip, and not so good there. But I got some things done. Y'all want to check them out? I don't have a totally finished object. However, I have a hoe. That count for something? I'm trying to not make a mess down here. I got a sock. Check that out. This is a vanilla sock that is cuffed down. I did an Eye of Partridge heel. And I'm playing with a gusset and doing a ribbed gusset. I am writing this up as I go. That ribbed gusset will be written up. But it's just a vanilla sock. This is in my Hardy base. The colorway is not named because I can't guarantee that it'll look like this all the time. However, I am going to play with this colorway some more this week and see. That's how it looks in the ball. And I finished that sock Sunday night at a friend's house and promptly cast on sock number 2. So, it's hanging out here. It really hasn't received a lot of love because this is what I carry in my purse right now. It's brainless, mindless knitting. So I can carry it in my purse and I can whip it out wherever. These are my April socks though. So I need to get them done by the end of April. But I'm already on sock 2. So that shouldn't be a big deal. But that's what's traveling around is brainless out and about. My brainless at home is my bee leaf. And I have to say, this ball is a never-ending ball. I feel like, not in a bad way, but I feel like it's a never-ending ball. This skein is 33 grams still. 33 grams. It's lace weight. I think there's something there. So on my bee leaf shawl, I was down here in this mesh lace. My stitch marker somewhere in there. I was down here in this mesh lace last week. This week, oh, there it is. And I already moved it for some reason. Sorry. I don't know. Some days I pull such pretty moves. Right now I'm on the garter. No, let's try this again. Right now, I'm on the stockinette border, and then there's a little bit of garter at the very end. So basically you just keep knitting until you get close to being out of yarn. And I'm going to because that's a lot of yardage I still have left over. But, okay, so here's the top. Well, let's try this way. See if I can go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's a pretty decent sized shawl so far. So I'm going to keep knitting. I was watching a television show the other night that was 52 minutes long. And in 52 minutes, I could knit across, purl back, and knit across one more time. And I finished all the way through the credits. So, right at 52 minutes to knit across, purl back, and knit across. It's taken me some time now. I just did an increase right after. Yes, that's an increase row. So I'm now working 646 stitches across. That's a lot of stitches, which is why it's taking me, an hour basically to do 3 rows. So this has become my brainless at home project. If I'm going to go sit and watch a show, I'll do a row or 3, depending on how long the show is. And I'm just basically kind of working that here and there, but at home. It's not traveling around with me right now just because I worry that I'm going to get partway through a row, have to pull the needles, and I don't want to futz with being in mid-row out and about. That's just, to me, not a good thing. I will take the sock for that. The other thing I've been working on is my master knitter. So with my husband being gone, I have been staying up a bit later than I normally do, and he hasn't been home. So I've been laying in bed a bit longer in the mornings instead of getting up and getting going. I've been actually laying in bed. And I've been doing quite a bit of knitting. But also the last 2 mornings I have been doing research in bed. So I'll wake up in the morning and I will pull my big bag of research up onto my lap, and I'll have my notebooks and books all around me and my instructions, and I just sit and research. The kids, this morning, actually, the kids came in late in bed with me around the books, and we all chatted, and I read to them until they got bored, and they're like, yeah, I don't really care about buttonholes or color work, color values. That's irrelevant to me. So, anyways, that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm proud that I've picked up my Master Knitter again, and I actually have a colorwork swatch going. It's on, what is this? An Angry Orchard hard cider green apple bottle. Not because we drink a lot of this. My husband uses it to cook with, but it's the right diameter that I needed to block it. So I know it looks really dorky, but it works right now. So this is my first swatch, and I know this swatch is not good enough to pass. I can see flaws in it right now. This is my beginning of the round, so you can see lots of gaping. I really need to focus. Particularly, I did pretty good at the beginning, and towards the end I got better, but I really need to focus on that area. And that might also be when I'm weaving my ends in. I might need to work a little bit more on tightening up when I weave in my ends. Let's see if I can find you a good example. Here's a good example right here. This stitch right here, you can't see both of its little legs properly. And I can tell the difference even from the bottom to the top. As I practiced, I can see, particularly like in the ribbon, and this little ribbon down here, these little stitches, they try to disappear when there's only one or two of them. And that's a tension issue. That's because my floats in the back aren't long enough and they tend to tug, which makes that stitch disappear. Also, I need to be aware of my color dominance hands, and I think I had those flipped for part of it. So when I reknit it, I need to make sure I'm paying attention to what hand is holding what yarn this time around. So that's something else I will be working on. But I am very proud, to be honest, I'm very proud of this. Also, if you are working on your Master Knitter program stuff, be aware that they had an update that just happened like 2 days ago. So if you have instructions that are older than a year, you need to download the new ones. If they're not older than a year, you are safe until your 1 year mark. So be aware. I have done no spinning. I keep saying, oh, I'm going to sit down at that wheel, and I have not sat down at my wheel. The fiber's right beside it. Maybe I'll get to it this week, but it hasn't happened yet. So, upcoming is pretty much a continuation of this. I have, I think, 4 colorwork books coming. So I read all the books that I have, and none of them really are focused on colorwork. So I have 4 coming from the library that I'm going to check out and read through. And maybe I'll talk to y'all about those, depending on how well they go. One of them I know is Alice Starmore book. I think one of them's from Radcliffe, but I don't remember who the other two are from. So, but for me, a lot of research, a lot of reading, which I know is not necessarily exciting for y'all. And I'm going to finish socks and work on my belief. That's my great plans. Like I said, maybe I found that after I get the fiber going on the wheel, sitting down 5 minutes a day is not a big deal. I just have to get the fiber on the wheel. It's right beside the wheel, but it hasn't been started yet. So maybe while this is loading, I'll do that, because the kids are running around playing outside. Maybe I'll do that. So we'll see. That's my week. If you have anything to share, come join and chat with us in the group. I will have a giveaway started next week, because I'm too lazy to go over there and grab it. And I want to fair warn the person that I'm sponsoring, pimping out. So join me next week for a giveaway. Other than that, you can find all my contact information at the end. And I'll see y'all next week. See ya!